way forward for Kenya. And this is now a Q&A, not a Q&A session. We're asking questions that Dr. Miguna will also respond to. Okay, so KDR TV and then Alenga.
Yeah, Mark, thank you for the opportunity. You are asking me a question, so can you please clarify so that when I'm answering that question, I'm giving a concrete answer to what the question. So please, can you repeat?
Yes. So according to George's understanding or the constitution that he reads, like the power is delegated to organizations. So he does not really look at it as we the people are able to really also do something to exercise Article 1 of the Constitution as we believe, because he says we have delegated that power. But my understanding of delegation is that you borrow it, but it comes back to you. So that's why I think it's still relevant. But over to you.
Thank you so much, Madam Maj, Gondi, and my good friend, Dr. Miguna, and all the Kenyans listening, especially from the diaspora. My perspective is completely very, 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 very clear. The Constitution is very clear, and I don't actually see any problem with the way the Constitution has put it. Very clear that the power belongs to the people, and they can invoke the Constitution in order for them to get that power back. And right now, that is exactly what we are doing. That's exactly what the Gen Z are doing on the streets. Even when I listen to President Ruto answering questions, he said if Kenyans decide that it's over for him, he'll definitely have to step aside. So I don't actually see any problem. And then the other aspect about this particular protest is that when we are demanding for accountability, we need to see that accountability taking place. Mr. Ruto struggled so much to explain to the journalist his actions. He has been asked so many times to be accountable, but we are not actually seeing that. He gave promises which he has never delivered. When we see young people like Sudi flaunting 20 million, he's having over eight bodyguards guarding a simple MP. What does that mean? Doesn't Ruto know exactly what is happening? The other thing is, I'm really surprised that our president doesn't know that a kid of 12 years old who took around 12 bullets into his body is still alive. I mean, he's completely, even the NIS doesn't tell the president what's really happening out here. So the president doesn't actually know what is happening. So these are the quagmire we are in. And now we have to do things step by step. We can't just say that now let us repeal the constitution and then we go into anarchy. No, we have to do things step by step. We already had the commissioners of IEBC who are unceremoniously bundled out of office. These are the people we really need now to come back and help us, because they understand what was basically happening there. So because of time, I might not actually delve so much, but my strongest proposition is that let's actually sit down as Kenyans and have a wonderful conversation which will make our country move forward. And our country moving forward, we have the answers. We have the systems to allow us or to make us move forward. So the very best option is if President Ruto steps down tomorrow or today, we still have systems to enable us continue. There is no anarchy. That is all we are looking for. If it's a transitional government, we can form a transition. I might not really have enough time to put my point out there. But my population to the presidency is that right now, my first question before the presidency, my first question to Gen Z, we need to know how many people were killed. It's not only about the Gen Z, but even the media houses, people like us. Can we also audit, go back and know exactly how many people were killed? We have these particular records. People were killed in Githurai. We need to know how many of them were killed. That is all we need to know. How many people were injured? And again, I read in the newspapers that around 14 million was collected. Where is this 14 million going to? Are we catered for those young kids who are still in the hospitals? Have we catered for the people who died? We need to get the information. The president is still insisting that it's only 6 people who died. We need the numbers, we need the data so that we can move forward with tranquility. That is what we actually need to understand. Then the other thing is now to the presidency. His claims are absurd. Can he also sit down with the cabinet or with NIS and give us real data? When he claims that he is not going to abduct people, while he's on, when he was preparing for the interview, the Alfred Keter was abducted. His abduction is completely absurd. So these are some of the things we are really asking our president. Can you walk the talk? What you are telling us is completely absurd. I mean, those are some of my concerns, Madam Maj.
Thank you so much, KDR TV, the news. And as you see, we gave him more time because he's a journalist. He covers also a lot in Kenya. You might see that here he doesn't have as many followers, but in the on other social media he does. He's been reporting all the time. So let's build a network. Follow him, follow each other. Let's just build that network. Very good questions, KDR TV. Hilary, do you have something to say before we continue?
No,